Welcome, I'm Bob Burke, Chair of the Libertarian Party, Pierce St. Croix. I'm going to do something here that I haven't done just yet, and that is I'm going to speak purely from the cuff for my comments on this video. Ladies and gentlemen, this is very serious. This goes to the heart of what is going on with our banking system and the problems that we are seeing, not only in our economy, but in our government, in our schools, and worse yet, in the privacy of our own homes. We are seeing an unprecedented destruction of our civil liberties. Last night, I went to the We Can Do Better rally at Ready Randy's, and I want to bring these two things together for people. First, I'd like to make this observation. The people at the blue team rally look just like people at red team rallies. There's no difference. You know how I know? Because there were some red team people who came to the rally and sat right next to the blue, and I don't think most people could tell the difference. Last night, we covered three primary issues. And I will tell you that from a fiscal standpoint, the coverage of the Affordable Care Act was completely misleading. I do not believe that this individual is promoting a plan that he fundamentally understood. Not only that, in the very short period of time that he had, he did not really cover any information that was sensibly useful to the people in the room. The people in the room want to know why we keep getting beat up. They want to know why it is that when people say premiums are going to go up and then the premiums go up, they want to know, is that why? I don't care which team you're on, but you're going to start wondering when your premiums go up, is this because of this bill or not? There are fundamental problems within that bill. But how do we get to the point where we think we can spend another $1 trillion a year on health care? Well, listen, what we're talking about with this issue is money. If you look at our county nursing home, how is it that we didn't have this problem with nursing homes 30, 40 years ago? I'll tell you exactly why. Money. Your money that used to be worth something isn't worth anything anymore. That's one of the key problems with our long-term care network. All of the Medicaid increases that have been calculated since 1995 have been calculated with a skewed set of data. They did it specifically to reduce the inflationary cost input. And because of that, the actual funding of nursing homes has fallen for the last 18 years. Ladies and gentlemen, again, we're talking about money. They also talked about the school in Hudson and the dog track and how the cost would be minor over a very long period of time. It isn't about whether the dog track would have worked. It wasn't about whether the people voted for it. It was about, does the math on paper work? There wasn't a financial way to make the dog track work without adding a substantial burden to the tax base. And you're the tax base. This should be important to you if you live in Hudson School District. But again, we're talking about money. Why are we having so much trouble funding our high schools today? And during the 1940s, with a much smaller population, by the way, raising the baby boomer children through those schools, how did they do it? You know how they did it? Because their money was worth more. Your money has been destroyed. That was the overriding theme that was missing from the entire meeting. And I suggest that everyone pay very, very close attention to this Larry Summers memo. I want to see an investigation on the phone numbers listed in this memo. I want to know if there's collusion, because money is the problem here, my friends. Money is central to a healthy, fair economy. And when I say fair, I'm not talking about making a system that's fair. I'm talking about making sure that the key items of what makes a fair economy, which is a free money supply, that is sound money, gold, silver, is the basis. The Federal Reserve is printing money out of thin air. It is not a part of the federal government. It is run by 5 very large cabal banking families primarily, and it is in charge of our money, and they are robbing you blind. And if you're on the blue team, and you watch this video, and follow the links that are below, and go look at the documents, and then ask yourself, are you going to call Tammy Baldwin? Because she won't listen to me. I can't get Ron Johnson to listen to me either. So red team, call Ron Johnson, call Sean Duffy, call Ron Kine. Demand from both sides that we address this memo today. It may be a complete hoax, but if it's not, I am not going to rest until we get people to start speaking up about what we're really fighting about. And it's that the value of our money has been destroyed. That's why we can't fund it. Everybody, at the We Can Do Better rally, thanks for having me. It was a good time. KT, I look forward to having lunch with you. Thank you, everybody. Peace.